I got a request, and this request was to do a tutorial on a game where you have a shop and you can collect coins and stuff. So what we're gonna start by doing is making a coin. To do this is pretty basic. All you need to do is have a circle that looks a little something like that. Color it in with the light color for this first frame at least, and then go ahead and clone that. And while you're animating this, you want to use onion skinning so you can see exactly how the frame before it looked. So throughout these frames, we're going to make it get smaller in the x-axis here. And in this last frame, it should be, you know, like a rectangle, or completely from the side, like a profile view. Okay, so then since this color here is pretty light, then we're gonna darken it just a bit, and copy it here, and you know, put that color inside. Copy this actual image, paste it, and place it right over that, but leave a little space so you get that 3D look. Copy this again and do it just like you did in the frame before. Now what you want to do is you take the same light color and put it in front of this and in front of that. Now you can basically just copy it, flip it, copy it again, flip it, loop this. You want to shrink this, hold down shift while you press the shrink button, and all the frames will shrink. If you take this hotspot button and hold down the alt button, you can drag, and it drags through every single frame. So let's try to place this at, you know, right about in the middle. Or if you want, you could go through the individual frames and select it just like that. So by the time you're done with this animation, it should look something like this. So we're going to go ahead and keep this coin. We're going to put it across the frame. You know, just the usual, because games love to have random floating objects, you know, all around the place. So in the event editor, we don't have any events here yet, but we do have a few platformer codes, which allows me to walk like this. So you can basically move around, jump, you know, do the basics, but you can't collect anything yet. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into that right now. Let's add in a counter object at the top. This is gonna represent how many coins you have. Let's also add in an INI object, and you can find that in the storage section. I'm gonna put this outside of the frame. Let's open up a new group in Event Editor, and we're gonna call this Collecting Coins. Let's make so that whenever this character collides with the coin, then the coin is gonna destroy. You can add in a noise if you want, and it will add to this counter. You can basically just close this for now. Let's open up a new group, and we'll call this Saving Values. Okay, we're gonna drag this up here. We're gonna make a new event at the start of frame. We're gonna set the current file of the INI file to file names application path name plus. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm gonna call this tutorial sav.sav. That's going to be our save file. Okay. So since we added one value to this counter and we want this to stay as the frames progress, then we're going to make it so that at the end of frame, it's going to set a value of an item, and we're going to name this item coin count. We're going to set that value to the counter, and we're going to make another at the start of frame event and put this right underneath the first one, and we're going to make so that this counter actually sets the coin count when the frame starts. But let's add in, you know, a little event right here. compare two general values. This will only happen if the event item coin count, oh my bad, coin count is greater than 0. Because what point is, you know, pasting the same value into that number if it only equals 0? We're going to go ahead and collect a few coins in the frame, start it right back up. And it shows you how many coins you've previously collected. Now let's get into this shop Title this frame shop. Going to drag this INI in here, make a event set current file. We're going to do the exact same file from the first frame. File name, application path name plus tutorial save dot save. That just means that any values that you originally saved in this file it's just gonna copy over to the next frame. You don't have to worry about using any kind of global values. You don't have to worry about the game suddenly crashing on you, because everything you collected will, you know, it'll be here. So we're gonna bring this counter back in just to show you how many coins you have. Gonna make another at the start of frame event. Gonna set this counter to the item value of coin count. Now we're gonna make a few buttons. You don't always have to make buttons. You can make animated pictures, regular pictures. You can, you know, place in text if you want to. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're gonna do something real simple. I'm gonna name this first button jump height or something like that, or extra jump. And we're gonna make this a cost of 5 coins. We're gonna clone this object, and we're gonna make this fireball, and this is gonna be a cost of 10 coins. Now we're gonna make so that if the button is clicked, this first button, meaning the extra jump, which is 5 coins, if that's clicked, and the value of your coins, the value of your coin meter, or not meter, but coin value is greater or equal to 5, then this button will disable, and that'll be proof that you've just bought this this item here. Also going to make another event at the end of frame, set value item coin count, and we're going to set it to this value. So if you buy something, well, you start off the frame with the value that you had in the previous frame, but if you buy something and it, you know, subtracts from it right here, then at the end of the frame it'll set the coin count to that value. So you have 4 here. You don't have enough to buy anything yet, but if you collect 1 more, thank you, and go right back to this frame, you can click on this. It disables, can't click it anymore because you already bought it. You have 3 coins left. If you go back to this frame, as you can see, now you had 3 coins left. Let's make sure that that extra jump actually goes into effect though. Gonna collect a few more coins. Okay, we got 9. Let's make so that when you click that button, you're gonna set a new value item. We're gonna set this to extra jump, and we're gonna set the value to 1. 1 is going to it's gonna stand for true because we have true false events, or we can set this to true false events. We're going to compare 2 general values when we get back to this previous frame. We're going to make so that if the value item of extra jump is equal to 1 or equal to true, then the character will, well, the character's mask will have a jump strength of 12. Well, for this tutorial, I'll make that about 15 so it's kind of visible for you. Let's go ahead and start up this regular frame. As you can see, you're not jumping pretty high, but you collect a few coins, go down to the shop, buy the extra jump for 5 coins, and head back. You're jumping a lot higher. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you like what you've seen, be sure to like, rate, and subscribe.